Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
It is time to look ahead to this weekend slate. Every Saturday slate feels like the best day of the week at this point in the year, and we have a great Friday night game as well. I got Randolph, Childress, I got Jerel, McNeal. My name is Greg Waddell. And tomorrow night, that game would be Michigan State at Wisconsin. The Badgers got the Spartans the first time they played this season in East Lansing. 8 p.m. FS1, Friday night tip. RC, what are you expecting from the Spartans on the road? Any revenge here?
No. I'm going with the Badgers at home. They already took care of business at Michigan State. I like the Badgers, man. I just think they're the team that, Illinois has a shot. I think they're the second best team in the Big Ten behind Purdue. And I see nothing to think of Michigan State to go on the road and get one there. I hadn't seen it.
All right, Tyson Walker's playing a little better, RC. A.J. Hogarth's turned it around as well. But I think this is just a tough matchup for the Spartans. Badgers have size in the front court, man. Mady Sissoko, starting center for Michigan in the first game, had just 2 points and 1 rebound in 13 minutes. He really got played off the court by Steven Crowell. I'm going to go with the Badgers at home as well. It opened up -2.5 with our friends at BetMGM, by the way. Small number at home at the Kohl Center. Jerel, who you got in this game?
I'm actually going to go with the wild card here and go with Michigan State. I think this is going to be their first statement road win. I'm taking a chance on them. If nothing else, my goal is to hopefully they get one and we can create some doubt on RC's take on Michigan State for the season. He said, I know it's going to be hard to do, but they should have some kind of advantage, I feel like, a little bit on the perimeter. AJ Store is good, but, man, with Hogarth, Tyson Walker, Jaden Atkins, they should be able to win that battle of the backcourt, hopefully, and possibly steal the game on the road. So I'm going with the Spartans on that one.
All right. RC's looking at you sideways. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, I already know.
I almost went upstairs and went to sleep. I almost went to bed on that. Hey, no, but seriously, Tyson Walker's a ball. I mean, Walker's a bucket, man. I said that. I'm on record with that. I'm a huge fan of his. I just think he has to play really well for them to win. And on the road, he's going to have to play really well. Not that he can't, but that's a lot of pressure and responsibility for him.
Yeah. Some games he has to play really well.
Yeah, Max Klesman is about to be a 40, 50, 90 guy. Max Klesman is going to be a 40. He's close to being a 50, 40, 90 kid.
That's a really bad look for my conference, RC. I'm going to pretend you didn't say that, RC. We're going to move on, okay? We're going to move
90, baby.
We're going to move to Jerel's conference here. Seton Hall is at his Marquette Golden Eagles. Saturday, 1 p.m. on FS1 here. Marquette, 9-point favorites, according to Ken Pomeroy. Seton Hall, a lot of questions with them right now. Kadari Richmond, a late scratch in Seton Hall's loss against Providence. General soreness was the report after the game, but I think his status is certainly up in the air at this point. RC, who you got?
I got Marquette because I'm unsure of what's going on with Richmond. I don't know what that is or if he's okay to play. If he's out, they got no shot of winning. But I do have my concerns with Marquette, man. In the conference play, the backcourt, Cam and Kolick hadn't been shooting the ball well. They're shooting in the 20s, man, from behind the three-point line right now, and that's concerning. We thought that we know the injuries that they've sustained, and we thought they'd be a little bit better overall, and they would be if they had everybody. But the lack of perimeter shooting from those guys is a big surprise for me early in the Big East season.
Okay, I like that. I think it's hard to pick against Marquette in this spot given all the uncertainty with Seton Hall. It hurts my heart to say that because I really like this group that Shaheen Holloway has at full strength. Yes. I do, man. I'm falling for the Shaheen Holloway pick here. They're tough. They're just tough. I love watching them. And, it's not the same team that it was 2 weeks ago right now. And it's scary that you don't know which version is going to show up any given night. With that said, you also never know which version of Tyler Kolick's going to show up. That seems to change on a night-to-night basis. But at home, he's pretty comfortable. I think that's fair to say. I'll go with Marquette, and I don't think this will be a particularly close game. Jerel, I think I know who you're picking here. Who you got?
Yep, it's a no-brainer for me. I'm excited about this one too, guys. Actually, because I'll be able to attend this game as a civilian. So I'll be in the building for this one on Saturday afternoon. But yeah, I'm taking Marquette in the landslide. My former teammate Wes Matthews is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame Saturday, so we're gonna have that little presentation for him and salute to him prior to the game, and you know. Marquette wins by 100, man. You can't lose on these type of occasions.
Hey, man,
So
you might have to suit up and make some shots.
Sorry,
You might have to
Dagan.
suit up and make some shots.
Look. I'm going as a civilian, so y'all might catch me on camera, courtside throwing shit and yelling. So, rebounding gonna be key. We got to hit the glass, man. Seton Hall be on that glass. No offensive rebounds. We'd be good.
Rebounding might be key for you and Wesley Matthews Sunday morning, it sounds like, too, based on what the festivities might be Saturday night. That's what it sounds like. Well, good. I hope you have fun. Yeah, homecoming, always a good affair, and hopefully you can get a W from your boys, Jerel. I'll be rooting for you. All right, let's move to Kansas at Iowa State. This is the first ranked matchup of the weekend that we have discussed. The number 7 Jayhawks at the number 23 Cyclones. TJ Otzelberger, man, at home. He's a different animal. RC, who you got?
Yeah, he is, but I'm going with the Jayhawks. I think they're only 2-2 on the road this year in true road games. I think some of these teams have to start that we know are really good teams. Some of the top teams in the country has got to start getting some of these games on the road, and I think this is one that they get. So I'm going with Kansas. Not by much. I think it'll be a lot closer than people think. I mean, they're favoring Iowa State, but I think Kansas gets it on the road.
Okay, they need it. They definitely need the resume play at this point, I think. Not that it's not like they're not in the tournament, but yeah, they need the seeding love, right? You don't want to see Kansas as like a 4 or a 5, and they're trending in the wrong direction here. With that said, Iowa State Cyclones 12-0 at home this year. Win over Houston, win over Kansas State, win over Iowa. Those are some good wins at home. I have some serious questions about the Jayhawks. I know Johnny Furphy has been playing significantly better lately. No offense to Johnny Furphy, but I think the defense he's going to see from the Cyclones in this game is going to be a little bit different than some of the defenses that he's really had his breakout games against. I'm going to take Iowa State at home here. I think they get to 13-0 in Ames. We'll see what happens. Jerel, break the tie for us. Who you got in this game?
Yep, I'm with RC. I'm going with the Jayhawks. I think they kind of been put on. I think they've been kind of put on notice since the West Virginia loss. And like you guys said, they're kind of concerned now about making sure that they don't drop or slip too much in that season. So they need to try to stack as many as they can, quality wins, especially against good teams on the road. So that'll go a long way for them on Selection Sunday. I think it's going to be a close one. And obviously Iowa State, man, they are tough at home. They got a great home court atmosphere and environment, and it's a hard place to win that. But I think the Jayhawks use their poise and kind of their veteran leadership to lean on, and they make it out of there with a win.
RC, you ever seen a Hunter Dickinson team plateau in conference play at all?
I know where you're going. I'm not touching that, Greg. I know where you're going.
You ain't touching it.
I'm not touching it. I know where he was going. I was wondering what took him so long to say that. Because I swear, I thought he was going to come out the gate with that one. When I said Kansas, I was like, man, that's why I tried to get off it quick. Like, oh, Kansas, let's move on to the next one. I was trying to get off that so fast.
Listen, man, you and I have been doing this for. You've been doing this for 3 years with me, RC. You knew what was coming. You know the scouting report. We had to get
I was
there.
hoping you was tired, man. You babysitting, man. I thought you was tired. You know what I mean?
Never too tired for that. Never too tired for that. All right, the final Big 12 game for this block for us here. Texas Tech at Oklahoma, another ranked matchup. Number 20 at number 11. This is Saturday, 2 p.m. on ESPN Plus. For this game, it's a ranked matchup on ESPN Plus. Ladies and gentlemen, come on. RC, what's the pick?
I got Oklahoma at home. I think they need to get it. Just coming off a Texas loss, I think they need to figure it out at home. I just think it's tough to win on the road too. I know I just picked Kansas to get that one, but I don't. I think Oklahoma can't drop back-to-back games at the crib. They'll get it done.
I like that pick. I'm rocking with you, RC. I think this is a prototypical bounce back spot. That's what us bettors refer to over at BetMGM. When you get a team that just kind of put up a stinker at home, right? But they're back at home and they're pissed off. That seems to usually work out in the pissed off team's favor. I trust Porter Moser to get the boys rocking at home for this game. Against, like we said, with Texas Tech, they've kind of been things going too well for them. Jerel, are you with us? Is this a clean sweep for the Sooners?
Yep, clean sweep. Like you guys said, they ride that wave of momentum. The fans will get behind them. They'll feed off of that energy, and they'll be able to stretch this one out to get a win at home.
That terrifies me that we swept this. Never get 3-0 against Grand Castle. Texas at BYU, Saturday, 2 p.m., ESPN2. KenPom has BYU favored by 8 points at home here. RC, who you got?
Man, this was the hardest game to pick for me. This one was the hardest one, but I'm going to go with BYU at home. I like their balanced scoring. It's tough to pick against Texas right now. I think they're starting to figure some things out. They've won 2 of their last 3 road games, man. So, but I got to go with BYU.
This was also the hardest game for me to pick, RC, and I landed on the opposite side of the fence from you. So I don't know what that means. I don't like betting against you, RC. You know this.
No, it's all right. But we got to figure it
out. The bottom line for me, as I was pressed into this, was just I truly believe the Texas we've seen in the last week feels like a much better version of Texas than we've seen at any point this season. And I'm buying that that's going to stay here. I don't think that's an aberration. I think that they've kind of turned a corner, figured out how to play together. Max Asmus is extremely comfortable right now, but Dylan Dessou is the guy who has emerged as a really, really consistent threat for them. And on the flip side, BYU, I think BYU is a very good team. I think they're struggling big time with the realization that they're in the Big 12. I mean, the teams they're going to play on a night in and night out basis are just different than they've seen in the past from a physicality standpoint. Just 2-4 in conference play right now. I got to rock with the road team, who I think has more talent than this BYU team has. Jerel, break the tie for us.
Yep, I'm going BYU as well. And this was a tough one to pick because I have been really impressed just the way that Texas kind of picked it up over the last couple of weeks. Speaking of kind of what you said, Greg, I feel like Texas looks like the team that we thought they were going to be going into the season finally. So they're kind of hitting their stride, but at the same time, I still think BYU is a underrated team, and I think they're really good, and they're going to be hard to beat at home, even in the Big 12. They don't have the most talented guys in the world, but they got for the most part, senior-driven group, older guys that know how to play the game, and just doing some digging because I hadn't seen them play a ton. I went back and watched, and the one kid, Jackson Robinson, is kind of must-see TV, man. That dude lets it fly, man, and he's a bucket getter. He can get hot and fill it up quick, and that building gets pretty loud and it gets juiced up. So, and they got about 5 guys that are averaging double figures. So, I think they'll be balanced, they'll be strong, and they'll squeak out with a close one at home over Texas.
All right, I'm solo here. I don't know. I'm hoping that they're still a little pissed off about horns down. I think that's what swung the season in the Longhorns' favor. We'll see.
My God.
Man, I've never seen people get so upset about little horns down, Jerel.
God. Cut it out, tough. Man. Cut it out. What a joke.
It's tough. All right, to the Big Ten, that's my country. Indiana's on the road at Illinois. Indiana in turmoil, to say the least, right now. Illinois going to be a little pissed off version of Illinois after the Northwestern loss. Saturday, 3 p.m. on Fox. RC, who you got?
I think Illinois. I don't see how any of us feel comfortable picking Indiana. I don't. I think this is the easiest one probably pick we've had. I think as Terrence continues to get acclimated back with the team, I think he'll be fine. I think he needs to be home for a little bit. I think the road, obviously going on the road, the distractions of everything that he's gone through, having to hear all that and deal with all that. But besides, I just think they're a better team. And I don't think it's going to be close. I think this will be the easiest game of the weekend.
I think I'm right there with you. I'm going Illinois as the pick. With that said, the one thing that concerns me for Illinois here is that if you go through their last 5-6 games, the one thing they have not been able to do defensively is guard the post. Like whoever the other team's best post scorer is has gone crazy every single game in wins and losses. And that's all Indiana wants to do. So if Illinois does come out and do the switch everything little scheme, I think Malik Renew and Khalil Ware will both have opportunities to take advantage of the little guys guarding them in the post. But even if they play their A-plus game, Illinois has too much at home in a bounce-back spot. I love the Illini. Jerel, what's your pick?
Yeah, I'm going Orange Crush as well. It'll be tough. They'll make it tough defensively on Indiana. We know that's a team that struggles making outside shots. They got guys that can score on the interior, but they'll be prepared for that. Underwood will get those guys going, especially after that, coming off of that tough loss against Northwestern. Well, the majority of their team looked pissed off already, so they'll be ready. They'll have a good game plan, scouted up for Indiana, and they'll Illinois roll in this one.
Hey,
RC, who's going to have
Hawkins want to fight, then he got somebody inside he can fight this game. So since he want to fight, we let him go. We throw him down there with Wade. He can go fight Wade, get all this frustration out.
Yeah, you're not wrong. RC, who's going to have more points this weekend, Xavier Johnson or you?
Oof, ouch. He's got to play better, right? He's got to play better, right? I mean, he has to. You know what? He will. He's going to play well. Okay. I'm going to say this. He's going to be the reason they're going to be in the game. I'm going to say that.
Okay.
He's going to be the reason.
All right. I'm going to circle that one. We'll see. Clemson at Duke is the next one to the ACC. RC, who's your pick?
Dukies, man. Dukies just lost at home to Pitt. No way in hell they're going to lose a game in Cameron for the rest of the year. Cut it out.
I got Duke, no questions asked, except one question asked. Are we sure Duke's not a little bit soft? If they lose this game, I think that's a fair question to ask. We'll come back to that. Jerel, what's your answer?
Yeah, I'm going Duke as well. I don't think they're going to drop this one at home, but I definitely think they'll get challenged. Clemson will come here ready to go. One of their perimeter guys is going to have to do something for them to have a shot to stay in the game, though.
Yeah, for sure. All right, the final game on our pick'em sheet here. We've got Kentucky on the road, Bud Walton Arena, against the must-bust, the Arkansas Razorbacks. RC, you don't dare pick against Kentucky here, do you?
No, but I got something to say about Kentucky later. I guess I'll save it for the afters. I'll say this about Kentucky if we go forward. The talent's there. They need to be better defensive. This is a Final Four talented team. If they don't win it this year, with all the crap that Calipari takes Kentucky, we watching all the OGs kind of say, peace, man, they out of here. They tired of dealing with all this. No one ever thinks that Cal might say, man, I had enough of this, and either moves on or goes somewhere else. Why wouldn't he? He's not as old as some of the other guys, but he's 64, and he's been in this thing a long time. So my question is that a fair question that you asked about Cal if they don't win? Because we know the narrative. This team is in the tournament. They expect a deep run. If they don't make a deep run, because with young guys, the kryptonite is veteran teams. Like playing a Tennessee-type team in the tournament, when you young, that's just part of it. So how fast does these young guys grow up and get ready for the tournament? But if they don't, is it fair to say, does Kyle be like, man, I had enough of this BS and throw the deuce sign to Kentucky? Am I tripping them when I say that or not?
I love a conspiracy theory. Jerel, what do you think? Is he tripping?
I don't necessarily think he's tripping because, man, Cal, he has been getting a lot of shit the last couple of years. And, at some point, him being as accomplished as he is, he could kind of walk off. My only thing is, man, where does he go? Kentucky is one of the pinnacles of the college basketball sport. Where do you go from there? Do you make a step down in a sense? You know what I mean? Or, did the NBA know?
Pitino turned down big jobs to go to St. John. It could be something near and dear to him that he wants to do. I'm just saying from a standpoint of dealing with all that, because he's going back to the freshman. So if he don't get another Zion or another Anthony Davis or another one of these guys, will he win it? Will he even win it?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's a fair question to ask. I'm going to need to make some phone calls and get that Michigan football money prepared just in case this happens. Hey, the pick is Kentucky for the record. I assume, Jerel, you're going the same way?
Yeah. Yep, Kentucky as well.
Thank you for watching The Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.